Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Stampin' Facebook Live. My name is Ann Granger and I'm excited to be with you. Oh my gosh, what a day it has been. We are done 2 weeks. Work will be done in 2 weeks. The kids are like, everyone is just ready for summer break. I am excited to be in my room tonight just to have a little bit of quiet time, just a little bit of relaxation, and I'm looking forward to stamping with you. So, my name is Ann Granger, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I'm excited to be with you. Popping on just around 7, so Facebook can let you go live, and that gives me a chance to find myself here on my laptop. I hope you've had a great day here in Southwest Ontario. It is it is 31 degrees, which is hot and humid. I have to admit, I am not one for hot, and I don't like humidity. But yeah, so it is, and I don't know what, it's just crazy. It's just hot. It's like, we went from like mild to like warm and then cold, and yeah, it's like all over the map here. Okay, here, let me find myself. I'm trying to find myself on my laptop. So tell me, did you have a great day? What did you do? I'm super excited about tonight. Oops, I hear myself. I'm super excited tonight because I am showcasing the Turtley Awesome bundle, which is part of the Turtley Cute suite, and I have lots to share with you. But what I'm excited about is the card we are making. I saw this fun card technique on my friend Patty Bennett, so shout out to my friend Patty. Thank you for the inspiration. But Patty used, hers was done in flowers, and I was like, I knew this week I was creating with the Turtley Awesome, and I wanted to show you guys how to create this card with it. So tonight we are learning, it is called a double triangle fold, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So this week we are showcasing the Turtley Awesome bundle, which is part of the Turtley Awesome, Turtley Cute suite. That is like a mouthful. I'm going to dive right in because I have lots to share with you tonight. So I'm going to flip my camera and I'm going to show you the suite, the products that are in the suite. First, where you can find it, the products that are in the suite. We're going to dive into our card. I actually got like step by step for you. And then I have some more card samples to share with you. So hopefully by the end of tonight, if you are not already in love with the Turtley Awesome bundle and the cute Turtley Cute designer series paper, I hope that after you see these projects, you will fall in love with them. I'm not one for cute, okay, I like cutesy animals, but when I saw this at On Stage in March, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I thought it'd be great for birthday cards. So especially for little kids, and sometimes you want to have those sets just to make those cards. But all right, so if you're here, please say hi, like, comment, and share my video. Please let my crafty friends, your crafty friends know we go live twice a week. I'm just actually going to share it to my group, and then we can get started. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to flip my camera, and we are going to get started. So you're going to see my blinds. I wish I could show you my beautiful outside, but it is so... the sun, I get the west sun and it's just right in my eyes right now. I was just talking to my daughter, and where she is, she also said it's very hot and humid. So, but they don't really get a lot of humidity. They get more dry heat. So just checking to make sure everything looks straight. So while we're doing that, let me bring in my catalog. So if you live here in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, please let me know, and I could ship out a catalog to you. If someone is here, could you please let me know if I look straight? Just give me a thumbs up or a heart. That would be great. So this is our 2025 catalog. It just started in May. If you follow me, you know that I like to tab my catalog. So right here is all the suites. So I know I'm doing the Turtley Awesome, so let's turn to that. This is on page 48 and 49 of our annual catalog, and you can also find these products online. This is the Turtley Cute suite. So what does a suite mean? It's kind of like a one-shop stop. So you will see right here, it shows you this number and this price. if you were to enter this number in, you would get all these products and you would pay $111.75. I highlight my book knowing that I have it. So that means I just have it. I know that when I'm looking through to figure out what to order, I know that I have it. I don't need to order unless I'm ordering like embellishments. So in this suite, you have the Totally Awesome stamp set, which is also, you can buy single or part of a bundle. And then it comes with embossing folders, ribbon, hexagon, embellishments, and paper. So let me dive in and show you that right now. So here is the Totally Awesome stamp set. You can buy the stamp set individually or you can buy it as a bundle. I would suggest buying it as a bundle because you save 10%. But the great thing about the bundle is these dies here cut out these 3 turtles, plus cut out the turtles that are in some of the designer series paper. I really like it. I love this one on his back, but I think it's got some great features. So this is the stamp set. We're going to be using that tonight. I'm going to show you the designer series paper, which is so cute. So on one side you have your basic patterns, and on the other side you have some images with turtles. You've got turtles that are barbecuing, turtles that are gardening, turtles that are on picnics, turtles that are like birthday turtles. You've got turtles that are with binoculars, and you've got turtles that are music. So I feel like this suite, you could use this for like a music teacher, a card to give to a music teacher. You could use it for Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, baking, whatever you want. My favorite patterns, I have to say, in here are these 3 right here. So these are the patterns that are in this collection, and there's the designer series paper. Right now, the Totally Cute suite is part of the suite sale, which means if you buy a suite, you get one of the suite products at 50% off. So you can buy the suite and get more paper, however you want. You can buy another suite, you can buy a bundle for a bundle, paper for paper. Like, there's so much you can do with it. But I wanted to show you this pattern here. So this is the one side, but this is just one of the little images, and let me show you what that looks like. So here is this gorgeous 12 by 12 paper. I love it because you can cut it and create your own little card scenes. So if I was to cut this, I would cut it across here, and I would cut it across here, and then do the individual. So you can make a wedding card. You can make someone out in a garden. You can make a beach themed summer birthday card. This would be great for the little musicals, and then you've got this for the cute little picnics. And as I said, on the other side is this fun, I'm going to call it like bright dot. And you get 2 sheets of this. So it's a really great way to make your own little pattern. So let me just put that over there. Also in this is the shaded spruce and soft seafoam ribbon, which is super nice. If you follow me, you would have seen that I posted a few weeks ago. I use these binder clips. I think they came in like one of our past kits. And I just clip my ribbon, and it holds my ribbon in the ends in place, and I'm not constantly looking for it, and it looks great on my shelf because the ribbon isn't hanging everywhere. So that is this shaded spruce and soft seafoam ribbon. And then we also have these shades of green hexagons, which come in Granny Apple, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, and Shaded Spruce, which love, love, love. They look like sea glass to me, so they're really cute. I showcased this suite last month at my team meeting, and I gave everyone one of those, and they really liked it. All right, so and the last thing in this suite is the Turtley textured embossing folder, which is just like a whole bunch of geometric shapes. So if you're a person who likes geometric shapes, then you're probably going to want this embossing folder. And I'm going to show you what this looks like after. As I said, I have some samples to share with you. Okay, before I get started, the other products we are using tonight is the Nestled Essential dies. So we're going to be using this, and I love these. If you follow me, you know these would probably be one of my top 10s because I love the stitch. And then my number 1 favorite is the stylish shapes. I use these all the time. So if you don't have these in your collection, these 2, I would highly recommend them, especially if you like that stitched look. So there's that. All right, so tonight I shared with you, we were creating this card called a double triangle fun fold. I first saw this card on my friend Patty Bennett's blog, so thanks Patty in her social media, and I was like, that's a really cool card. So the idea is that it flips this way and then this way, and you would write your measurements. The neat thing about this is that you get 2 cards from one 8.5 by 11. Now, if you want to see this fancy fold done in different ways, head over to my friend Patty Bennett's blog because she has a bunch of samples done with flowers. Now, I wanted to show you different ways of doing it with the turtles. So we're going to create this card tonight, and I'm actually just going to put that off to the side so you can see what I need. And so we are using a soft sea foam. My page, actually, you know what? I think if I put, let me just see if I put this here. I'm using soft sea foam, and it's 8.5 by 11. Now, what I've done is, and this is totally cased from my friend Patty, so thank you, Patty, for the suggestion. She had these like just sheets to describe the process of what you needed to do. So as I said, my paper is 8.5 by 11. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and score it at 5.5. So let's do that first. So that's step 1. We're going to score. So I'm going to line my left side of my paper up at 4 1/4. Oops. And I'm going to just use this score blade to do that. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put, so it's this way, I'm turning it 90 degrees. This is going to go up to the, on my left side again, and we're going to score it at 5.5. Now you're probably thinking, well, Anne, that's crazy because that's not how you make a card. You're right, it is. When I first saw it, I was like, what? What do you mean? No, you cut it 4 1/4 by 11. I was like, that's not a normal card, but it will work. Okay, so that is step 1. So let me just show you step 1. Step 1, you're 8.5 by 11. You're going to score at 4 1/4, and you're going to score at 5.5. That is step 1. Okay. Step 2 is, so this is, these are the score lines. We're going to cut this piece right here. So I am, for the purpose of the video, going to use a pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this score line and this score line, just so I can see it easier on camera. You're going to put this full sheet in like this, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm lining this score line up with this score line. And what we're going to do is we're going to make that cut. Now, I see that I just need to be like that. Okay, should be good. I'm going to make that cut. So we're going to go like that. So you have this and you have this. And you're probably thinking, Anne, have you lost it? Like, what kind of card are you making? Trust me, it will make sense, because when the first time I did that, I was like, what are we doing and how does this work? You want to save this piece and you have this piece, okay? So step 2, we've cut that corner, okay? Now we're going to go to step 3. Okay, so I think I missed a piece here, but this is just showing you step 3. So we've cut this apart. This is what it looks like, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to do the same. I think I missed a cut. Let me see. We're going to play it. I think I might have to do a little Googling here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to not cut, and score. Okay, so we're scoring those 2 pieces. Okay, so we're like, those score lines are there. So now we have 2 cards that look like that. And then we're going to, that is not, I think this piece gets cut. Hold on here. Oh my gosh, I need to quickly look at my friend's things. Just give me a minute. I think I missed a step. That's okay. We're going to figure this out. Oh, right. Okay. So we were supposed to cut this piece here. So what we're going to do is cut here. So I am going to come down to this middle. So we're going to do that. Oh, right. And see, I said that. Cut this piece. So we are cutting this piece. So this is step 3. So I'm going to bring this back up here. And I'm going to come down. I really need to see this center so I can see what it looks like. Okay, and I'm just going to bring that down. Okay, so there's that. And I am actually just going to use the rest of my scissors to bring that little mark in because I just didn't go down far enough. Okay, so we have that. So you can see there's the one card and then here's the other card. So it looks like that. And then this goes like, oh my gosh, I should have doubled it, but that's okay. Basically, we cut, oh yes, I think we cut this piece. Okay. Nope. Give me a minute. I gotta think. Here. Just give me a minute. So score, cut. I think, if I'm right, oh yes, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut this up here. Nope. Actually, I want to do this. We're cutting this. So just give me a minute here. And if we did it wrong, we will start over. Okay, so it will look like this, and then like, oh, I think I did it wrong. Oh my gosh, I did. Of course, on camera. Why is it like that? Okay, give me a minute. I gotta start the process here. I think I cut the wrong piece. I meant to do this. We are going to start again, but I'm going to use a different color because I don't have any shaded sprue. Let me see. Okay. Sorry guys, just, you know what? When you do it on the weekend and then you try it, it just, like, what happened? Maybe I want to do shaded spruce. Oh my gosh, where is my color? All right, let's try this again. Repeat number 2. Sorry. All right, so first thing is we're going to score at 4.5, and then we're going to turn it and score at 5.5. I know we did that one right. Okay. So then we are going to, I think I missed a step, and that's where okay, we're going to cut. So I'm just marking this so I can see it. We're going to cut that on the diagonal. And this, you know what? Making mistakes, it's legit, right? Sometimes, like, I did this on the weekend and I should have practiced one more time and I didn't, and that's okay because it just shows you that we are learning as we go. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to cut this piece. So I am going to cut this piece. So it's going to go like this. Okay, so there is that cut. Oh, I'm going to come a bit down because I know. Okay. So there is that. So there's our first cut. And so that is our first one. And then we're going to cut here on an angle. So let's do this. I think we had it. I think I just missed a piece. So now for this one, and if this doesn't work, we're just going to try again. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. And I think I went too far in on my cut, so just let me just fix this up here. We did it. I see what we did. Okay. So we are left with, and let me just fix this up here because I see I went too far over on my cut. Okay, so we have a card that looks like this. Okay, we got this right. So we have a card that looks like this. We're going to fold it and we're going to leave this one as is. Find myself here. All right, so this is a piece and you're probably thinking, well, that's not a card, but don't forget we have this piece here that we are going to put together. So I'm going to show you 2 cards tonight. So that is one. And then this is our other one. And I just feel like we just need to score it. So we're going to score. So I'm like that. And then like this. Okay. So do you want me to show you that again so like you guys can see it? Because I know what I did wrong. Okay. So this will be the one we're doing. So 8.5 by 11, we're gonna score it at 4 1/4. Okay, and then we're gonna turn it and score it at 5.5. Okay, then what we're gonna do is we're going to mark this score line and this, and I'm actually gonna do the center here just so I have that step done. All right, then step 2, so we were right. So let me show you. Step 1, score it 4 1/4, score it 5.5. Thank you for being patient with me, guys. Step 2 is we're going to cut from this corner to this corner, and that's what we're gonna do. So I've already marked my score line, and I've already marked my score line there. And we're gonna cut. Now you're going to keep this piece, okay? Then we're going to come down and I'm going to start this. So you can see, I'm gonna start it in the middle just so I don't get that like little there. Okay, now I know I just need to come down here a little bit more. I just didn't bring my score blade. Okay, so now what you have is this, right? We are going to go from this corner. So this is step 3 right here. So it's cut this piece. These are score lines. So let me write that down for you, just so where is my pen? You see that. So this is a score line. I should have dotted it, and this is a score line. And then that's where we cut, okay? The third step is now we have cut that piece, we've cut this, now we're gonna go corner to corner, so let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna line this triangle, little dot, up with this dot. And I'm actually gonna start it in the middle, just that way you get that little nicer cut, okay? So now you have this, and then you have this, and you're probably thinking, well, Anne, what the heck, that looks crazy. I know, but we have done it right, and that's all that matters. I think what happened in the first sample was I missed that one cut. Okay, so we're gonna score this, and I'm just going to erase off that, and then we're going to score this. Okay, so we have our card number 1, and then we have card number 2. We're actually gonna do 2 cards tonight. Okay, and then this leftover piece is going to go right here. So we're going to create a pocket card, and we're going to create a diagonal fold. So let's do that. Okay, so the next piece we have to do is we have to do our designer series paper. My designer, and I'm gonna put all these measurements on my blog, so you will have that. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So these are the 2 patterns that I'm going to use. The one thing is this pattern on your left, you're going to want to flip it and put it the back to back. That way when you cut it on a diagonal, you're not going to have it going the wrong way. We're going to put it from here to here, and we're going to make that slice, okay? And then what we have is 4 pieces of a triangle. Okay, so now let's bring in our cards. We really want to make sure these are nice and just creased, right? Okay, so pattern 1 is going to go here. And we're going to set this. So I'm actually just going to bring these in just so you can see. This is going to go here. Okay, so just like that. This pattern on the top is going to go with this piece over here. So I'm going to set those aside. And then this piece is going to be our piece that goes here. So we're going to go ahead and adhere those down. And you could totally do the musical if you wanted. Just so we're going to put that like this. Once you get the fold, it is pretty easy to make. So really out of each card, you're making 2, which is kind of neat. And I feel like this would be a great Christmas card, fun, a birthday card, like you could use it as a gift card holder. So yeah, so there is what that looks like. Now let's get a piece of white, and just so you can see the inside. And that inside is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. All right, now we're on a roll. Sorry for that little mix up there at the beginning. We're gonna put this in just so you can see it. All right, so there is the inside. That is where you will write your note. Now we have this, so now what we need to do is create this little element. So let's get out our mini. So we're gonna I'm just gonna move these off to the side for a minute. So the mini Stampin' Cut. We're going to bring in, and when I go to post this on my blog, I will correct those sheets to show you where the score line is and where the cut is. I think that will be much easier. Okay, so we're using the mini Stampin' Cut, and I'm using that rectangle from the Nestled Essential Dies. Okay, so there's that. Make sure you always take this off so you don't throw that in the garbage, because trust me, I've done that, and you don't want to have to go search the garbage can for it because it's not fun. All right, and I've already cut us in the thing. So now let's bring this over. So when you put this on, you want to make sure that you don't put the glue here, because otherwise you're going to glue it down, and that's not what we want to do. And I'm just going to grab my paper, and we are going to pick a little cute little pattern. Oh, I got him cut out. It could be like a fun little maybe masculine birthday party. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's cute with the little bird. Let's do him because I already have him out. I'll just put this off to the side. All right, so we're going to grab Shaded Spruce, which I have right here. And we're going to grab the stamp set. We're going to use the word hooray. We're just going to stamp hooray in there. So Shaded Spruce going on our Stylish Shape die. I had to think about that for a minute. Oh, sorry guys. I'm just, you know when something goes wrong, not your way, you're just like throws you off, and that just threw me off. But we worked through it, and that's what crafting is about. There's no right or wrong. It's just having fun doing it. All right, I'm going to pop this guy up. Like I said, once you get the fold down, it's very, very easy. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so we're gonna make like this could be like a great card for someone who likes to explore. Now, remember, I can't glue here because otherwise I'm not going to get a lot of I won't be able to open my card for the first thing. So let's just make sure that I didn't put glue. I kind of just put it more on this side so that when I open my card, it'll go like this and then like that. And you can actually have the cards that it opens the opposite way, depending on where you cut and did that. Okay, so we're gonna put hooray because it's their birthday. They're out, maybe they're looking for snapping turtles, maybe they're out looking for birds, they're just having a grand old time. So there's that. Now let's bring in some embellishments and then we're gonna decorate the second card, which will be a pocket card with the leftover pieces. So let's see here. Let's do these little crystals. No, you can't really see those. You know what? I really like these dark ones, which I think they're like the shaded spruce. Let's do a lime one. And we'll do a pool party down here. It's kind of offsetting them. Fun. Okay, let's put that off to the side. So there is our first card featuring the double triangle fun fold. And as you can see, so you're going to open it this way, and then you're going to open it that way, and then you would write your message. So there is idea 1. Here is idea 2, just showing you how it goes like that. So 2 cards done with the double triangle fun fold. Now, I'm going to show you what you're going to do with the leftover pieces. So when we cut that paper, we had some leftover pieces. So we're going to create a pocket card. This would be a great card to give for a birthday. You can put a little like card in there, like a gift card. So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna put this here. I'm just gonna put that there. Okay, so now we're going to adhere this down. Now I want to make sure that I have an insert for my writing. So let's pull that out. Like I said, I will give you all these measurements. So I want to make sure that I can get it in. Okay, so where did my second pocket card go? Oh, here it is. So let me show you this card to show you what it looks like done. Okay, so with the leftover pieces that I had from this card, I was able to make this pocket card that you could use and write your message, and you could put like a gift card in there. So I kept it simple. I kind of should have put this up a little higher, but when I was messing around with it, I kind of liked this the best. So this is the one we're going to make now. So we have 2 cards using that, and now we have this. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I don't put tape where this goes. So let's get some tape. And we're just going to put this down. So I'm using our tear and tape. Oh, goodness. I just have one of those nights. I think I'm having it. That must be that full moon. All right, so, and then we're going to just really like put a little bit of tape down here towards the bottom. Okay, so this is our tear and tape, which I like to use our tear and tape because it's good for when you have thicker, not projects, but projects you really want to hold up, okay? All right, so I am going to close this one first and put that down. Then we're going to put this one, and what I want to do is make sure that I'm lined up. And then there, now I need to put some tape down here. So I'm just going to use my stamp and seal. Okay. And then let's just tuck that in there. Okay. So now I have this pocket card, so you can see, and hopefully I didn't do what I did on the weekend, and I think I did. So you're just gonna have to play around with the measurements. So let's see, this is 4, I'm gonna go, I kind of just played around with it. I think if you used thinner tape, it would make a difference. But you know what? You can just cut. That's basically all I did, was I literally just cut. Now, you could put like a little piece of ribbon there. Well, let's try that. Let's do some ribbon just to show you what that ribbon looks like. Okay, I'm going to grab my hole punch. So this is a hole punch that Stampin' Up used to have. And let's bring in some of this adorable ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two ends together. Might need to make it a little bigger. We'll just do it again. And then we'll finish decorating the front of the card. Okay. So pull that through. So what I do is I put my ends together and then I pull it. And then I just slowly go like that, and I get that nice little knotted look. And then we're going to grab my scissors again. So I am using our paper snips. And I like to have a pair of paper snips that are just for cutting. So these are ones that I got gifted from Stampin' Up at one of their events. And these are only my ribbon scissors, because otherwise you'll dull them out, and that's not what you want. Okay, so we have that. Let's put that in there. Look how super cute that is. I really like the Shaded Spruce palette colors. And I really like this pattern. All right, so let me clip this back on here. Now we're going to cut out our die. So we will bring in this again. Usually I cut out our die pieces, but I guess this weekend I was just like, you know what? Let's have some fun with it. All right, so let's bring in that rectangle die again from the Nestled Essentials. As I was saying at the beginning, if you're just scrolling and finding me, hello. If you're watching on the replay, please let me know you're watching on the replay and let me know where you're watching from. And if you make a project with this double triangle fold, share it with us. We would love to see what you create, because I would love to see this. I think I'm going to try this with a Christmas card. I really think that would be fun. So yeah. All right, so there is that. I think it'd be a cute thank you card. Like you could get, you know, like someone did something nice and you wanted to put a little gift card in there, you could. Okay, so we have that. Let's see. Let's find another pattern in here. All right. You know what? I'm going to switch. Let's see what I can find. Like I said, these are cute. These papers are cute. So we have this little one. We have one barbecuing. And I save all my little pieces. I just kind of put them in here. Do you guys do that? And I just kind of keep them with the paper that I have. No, do I want to? Birthday. Oh, let's do this guy. I think this guy is so cute. And we're going to do this one. Now, the neat thing about this one, so let me just cut this out here for you and show you. Okay, so we're going to do this. But the neat thing about this, and this is what I wanted to show you, was that this one actually has a die cut that die cuts it out. So let's just show you that. My poor puppy, he's so tired. He's tired. And I just woke him up. All right, so this die is from the Turtley Awesome die, and it coordinates. Remember I told you it coordinates with the 3 stamped images, but it also coordinates with some of the images in the Designer Series paper. And I really like when Stampin' Up does that, because it gives you more value for your life. Hi Brenda, thanks for joining us. You might want to watch the replay. We had some bloopers at the beginning, but we're good now. So you can never have, you know, gotta have some crafting bloopers, right? And it always happens when it's on camera. Just, you know. All right, so I like this. I think this would be a fun card to give to somebody. And you know what? Maybe you're just like, you know, it's okay to take it slow. It could be a retirement card. You know, maybe you want to give them like a chapters gift card and you want to let them read some books. This would be cute. You could make it like, take it slow. We were talking about this today at work. We were all saying like, when we were growing up, we don't remember being as busy as children are these days, that like they're in so many sports. I remember coming home, eating dinner and watching Scooby-Doo, or going outside and playing, or playing in the house. I don't remember like running out the door every night. So we were saying it's okay to slow down. So I think this would be fun. Like if you wanted to give this to like, you know, a friend that you know is really busy, maybe you want them to like slow down and read a book. I think there would be cute ways to give that, right? I really like this turtle. He cracks me up. Or you know what, this could be fun. It would also be cute. No, I mean, who wouldn't love that? Like a shopping spree, like maybe like, hey, slow down. You could give them a like a gift certificate to like Lululemon or like to a store, and then they could go get some clothes to do some yoga or something. So that's super cute too. Lots of great ideas that you could do with it. All right, let's put our turtle on here. As I said, I think this turtle is just so cute. Maybe it just means, or spa day. That would be fun too, right? Like a gift certificate to a spa day. Oh my gosh, that would be so nice. All right, so now we want to make sure that when we put this down, that we don't hear the top. So we're just going to kind of do the bottom here. And I think I might have put, no, it's still a little bit. And there you go. And there is our pocket card featuring the double triangle fold. So let's recap and show you what we made. I probably wouldn't put embellishments on this one just because it's like a pocket card. People are going to be pulling it in and out. But definitely if you wanted to, you could. So let me show you the two cards, the card samples and then the ones we made. And as I said, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. I will upload it to my blog, and I will put the guided sheets on it, and I will correct it so it says score line and all that. All right, so these were the two cards we made tonight with the double triangle fun fold. So when you do this fun fold, you actually get to make two cards. As I said to you, this was inspired by my good friend Patty Bennett. I saw this on her blog, and she did a lot of florals with her. So I think this would be fun for you to see if you wanted to check that out. I'm sure if you Googled double fold or double triangle fold, you probably would get some other samples that show you some different ideas. I just thought because I was using a turtle sweep that it would be a good way to show you guys what you can do. So let's just show you how that works. So you take an 8.5 by 11, and by the time you score and do a few cuts, you get a card that looks like this. So there's your one double fold, double triangle, and then you get the pieces to make this fun pocket card. So you're not really wasting. You could totally turn the card this way if you wanted to put something up and down. I just thought it was cute. So there is the two cards we made tonight in our double triangle fun fold. And then here are my samples, just so you can see this done. Here, let me just go like this so you can see. I'll bring those in for you, hopefully bring them up. So these were my samples that I created. So I used soft seafoam and that turtly cute designer series paper. And then we made a pocket fold. So you just see like the difference here, like adding that little bit of ribbon really makes a difference. So I probably would add some ribbon here. But you can just see how that fold looks. And as I said, you can have that fold open this way. There's different things that how you to do that. So those were our sample cards. Thanks, Brenda. And then these are the cards we made tonight. But let me show you some other ideas with this set, because I feel like the more you see ideas and product used, the more you might be like, hey, I can see me using that in my craft room. I am totally the same way. I will look at something when Stampin' Up comes out with it and I'll be like, yeah, no, that's not for me. And then I see my demonstrator friends creating cute samples and I was like, okay, I should get it. And then I get it and I'm so, so happy that I did. All right, so let me show you some other cards. And then we're almost done. So this card here was a case from my friend Celine. It says, hope your birthday is totally awesome. As I said to you, these are like my 3 favorite patterns. I could have a full pack of paper with just these patterns and I would be like in heaven. I love them so much. So super cute. We stamped the turtle, we colored him, we die cut him. And when you die cut that turtle, he actually cuts out this little arm. So I thought this would be a fun birthday card to give to somebody. So there's the one sample. This one I cased from, her name is I think it's Melissa from the Stamp Doc. I really liked it. Remember I told you I love that turtle? It's okay to take it slow. I just thought, hey, it's okay to slow down. So I really liked this one. I used that embossing folder. So just some circle punches embossing folder. Once again, there's that striped paper. I cannot stop using it. And then those fun embellishments. So there's the second card. Oops, let me put that there so you can see it. Okay. Then I am the leader of the Stamp to Create group, and every month we have a team meeting, and every month at our team meeting, I give them a sketch challenge, and then I give them a mystery challenge, and I give them the pieces for the mystery challenge, and then when they come to the meeting, I show them how to do that. So this is the one that I created here. Super fun. It just says sweet friends. I thought it was like a cute birthday card. I was going through my cards and realizing I need a lot of birthdays and thank yous. And then this is another card that I made showcasing. So I used the Totally Awesome. This is the Everyday Arches dies. Once again, that paper. And then I brought in Lemon Lime Twist, and then those stylish shapes. And then once again, cut that turtle out that was doing that. So there are the samples that I've created with the Totally Awesome. Make sure you go back to Monday night because I did a scrapbook page. I will be uploading these videos onto my blog in the next few days. So, and I will be sharing them with you on social media. So thank you so much for joining with me. Thank you for sticking with me. You know, when you have something planned in your head and you think, yeah, you got it. And then of course, when you go on, it just doesn't necessarily happen, but that's okay. Cause we persevered and I figured out what that missing step was. And then we created some really adorable, cute cards with it. So thank you so much for joining me. So just to recap, we used the Totally Awesome bundle and the Totally Cute Designer Series paper, which is part of the Totally Awesome Cute Suite. That suite is on sale right now. You can buy a suite and get additional product for 50% off. You have till the end of June. I will upload this video to my YouTube channel, and I will also put it on my blog, and I will give you the measurements and all the supplies you need so that you can recreate and follow along. If you give this double triangle fancy fun fold a try, I would love to know. Share a sample with me. We would love to see it. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you guys back on Monday night at 7 p.m. So set your alarms. Alright, everyone, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Talk to you soon. Bye.